Let's go now to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
Vikings on EA Sports as we come to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota for today's game.
Hey, hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Phil Simms. And Phil, it's an absolutely gorgeous day here for football. And how will that factor into this game?
You're right, Jim. It is a beautiful day. And on days like this, the best team usually wins because the weather is going to have no effect on all the talent on the field. The throwers and catchers and ball carriers, they don't have to worry about the elements. They can just go out there and show their talent.
Now as we go to the field, it's Cordero Patterson back deep for the kickoff. Ryan Suckup now ready to get this game started with the opening kickoff. We're underway here. And now Patterson. So we've got a young quarterback with some experience stepping onto the field today for the first time.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent, and it's just a matter of time until he takes that experience and matches it with all of his talent and becomes one of those guys that we say, hey, the game is going to hinge on him. I think he's very close to that.
The Vikings take it from the 43. And they are in on Peterson. As you take a look at the offense, he was a first-round pick in 2013, a dangerous receiver and returner, Cordero Patterson.
Patterson had a terrific rookie year, receiving the football, making big plays, also a return game. And, man, when he got a reverse, look out. He took a couple of them to the house.
On his way. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
You don't see a lot of them anymore because we have so many good tackling safeties in the NFL, but not this time. That long run goes for a touchdown. It was about the moves and the blocks down the field. Terrific job by the offense.
And no return as this goes for a touchback.
So the rookie quarterback will take the field, trying to improve week by week.
Well, he's getting some experience. It's not a lot, but it's enough to help him feel more comfortable and I think play better. He should do well here today.
It's a too tight end formation.
And a flag is down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
The defense, a little jumpy right
Still
there.
first down.
First down at the 25. The defense gets a sack. The Titans offensive line could be in for a long day based on that one.
Yeah, bad job that time. They give up the sack. But look, when you talk about this offensive line, they're pretty good. So I think they'll just find a way to get it done. They still should have a nice solid day. On the offensive side, if it's third and long, there's very few plays that you have that are going to pick this up. So be careful in a situation like this.
Third and 10. And he's going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense. And there's a stop by the defense. with the lead here early in the first, and now they'll look to extend the lead.
Yeah, now it's time to put the pressure on the other team. You find a way to score here, and I'll tell you what, I know it's early in the game, but it'll make you tight on the other side.
Patterson's going to look for space now. Gains 20.
Vikings know there's three parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
Great starting field position for the offense.
First down at the 38. Peterson, right side.
Made at the 27-yard line.
Peterson's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
Let's go. The Vikings from the 27. Peterson. That's a gain of 6. And that's the type of run I think this offense would take all game long, Phil.
Oh, would they ever? They would love this. This is showing your dominance here. The offensive line doing a good job, but also a solid job by the running back picking up some good yards.
Second and 4. Back to the ground. Nice piece of running by Adrian Peterson. As we've seen today, this is a team that's dedicated to the run, and it's paid off with some very good stats on the ground.
Well, it shows you what the coach thinks. He believes in running the football, and when you believe in it,
You knew this was going to happen, and the coach disagrees with the call on the field.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So he challenged the play, and the coach's challenge does not pay off.
well, I agree with the head coach still. I would have made this challenge because it was so important to the outcome of the game, and it was a little bit of a gamble, but it was worth it.
That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. Toss to the outside. Runs it across for the touchdown.
You got to give the offensive line just a lot of credit. It's first and goal. They just line up and power the football in there. Nice run, but a great job by the O-line.
He made it. And they come up empty on the onside kick attempt. The Titans offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time.
Mariota's tackled down at the 38. He is a running back drafted in the first round in 2014. Bishop Sankey.
Well, we're seeing this more and more in the NFL. Running backs who really their specialty is catching screens, taking runs, draw plays, and making big plays out of them. That explains Bishop Sankey.
Ball is out. A recovery by the defense. Mariota's the one who brings him to the ground.
as a quarterback, you got to know when to get rid of the football. That time, he just holds on it too long, takes the hit, and fumbles it. Bad job.
Bridgewater's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap.
Adrian Peterson takes the football.
And he is tackled down at the 38-yard line. He's now past the 100-yard mark on the day.
It's always a chess match early in the game to see what your opponent is going to do. Good run that time by the offense. They pick up good yards. Maybe the defense will have to start crowding the line of scrimmage more.
The Vikings take it from the 38. Peterson's handed the football.
Peterson's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
First down at the 37. Peterson left side. That's a gain of 8.
Again, let's keep our eye on the defense. If they keep giving up runs like this, they're going to have to change what they're doing on the defensive side. Maybe bring another guy down in the box to stop those runs.
The Vikings have it at the 29.
Wide to the left.
Patterson's taken down at the 18.
You got to have defensive side. When you just chase the ball and don't worry about your assignment, here's what happens. A reverse is run, nobody there to make a tackle. Very good play call by the offense.
Peterson solo back set. Peterson's tackled down after a gain of 12.
First down by the offense inside the red zone. Can the defense show them something different here and keep them from scoring a touchdown?
Breaking huddle at the 6.
First and goal.
The Vikings again will run the football.
When you look at the defense here, please take note of Brian Orakpo.
Yeah, just look at him. He looks like a football player. He's tough and just has the endurance to never give up. He has had a terrific career so far.
They'll go ground. And Casey in on the tackle.
When you get 3rd and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
Let's go. Move 58.
3rd and goal from the 4. They run the counter play. Runs it in for the touchdown. Phil, this has the makings of a massive blowout.
It sure does, and I give a lot of credit to the coach. He had his guys ready to go today. They have shown it. They were sharp in their execution. They knew what they were trying to accomplish.
The Vikings lined up, onside kick coming up. And unable to pull off the onside kick, the hands team comes away with the football. The Titans were able to bulldoze their way down the field, only to cough up the football the last time they were out here. It sure looked like they were going to put up some points.
Yeah, the defense has got to feel lucky that time. They dodged a bullet just getting that fumble because they were getting moved on, pushed back. The offense was moving the ball great, but the defense came up with the fumble. Sankey's able to show everybody why he should get the football more. Good job that time, finding his way and picking up a first down.
Sankey's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. 1st and 10. They'll go ground for a gain of about 5.
The Titans, they can do it all. Once they get in the red zone, they have the passes, the screens. They can throw it down to the back of the end zone. And how about that play? They can run the football right at you if they want to. And that time they picked up some good yards on that run.
2nd down and 4.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it.
Vikings defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
Loss of 2 on that play.
3rd and 6.
And they get the sack.
Well, it's a game of chances in the NFL. It's 3rd down. The defensive coordinator said, let's get after this quarterback. He sends the extra guys. He blitzes him. and they get there before the quarterback can react.
The kick is good.
You got to take advantage of good field position. The offense doesn't do it that time. I know they get 3 points out of it. Nice kick, but still a letdown for the offense.
Rhodes is going to start his return. Fasano's there that time for the tackle. They bring in the extra tight end. First down at the 37. Here's the handoff to Adrian Peterson. Going to take it the distance. The 10, all the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
How about the blocking up front? Lets the running back get in the secondary, and he is so quick and elusive. He avoids the tackles and takes it all the way for the touchdown.
The Titans have really just been outplayed in every facet of this game. Really just looking for any sort of answer. The score's 28-3. The Titans step back onto the field on offense. Their last possession resulted in a field goal.
Well, I know this. It was good defense on the other side. That's what made them kick that field goal. So the defense is feeling good about the fact that they stopped that momentum by the offense and made them kick that field goal. The Titans running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Loss of 4 on the play. They'll set up now at midfield. Second down and a long way to go. Kendrick's able to read that play and make the hit.
Well, every coordinator in the NFL has a box over there somewhere in that play sheet for 3rd and long. When he wants to try to pick the play up for the first down with a throw down the field, it can be seams, double moves, but they have 4 or 5 of those types of plays to pick up 3rd and long situations.
3rd and long. And it's going to be dropped for the sack, and they're going to be punting after a short series.
Well, you just get tired of sending 3 or 4 players at the quarterback in passing situations. So this time the defensive coordinator sends the blitz, and they are up for it. They get to the QB and get a sack.
Patterson's got it now. Brown's there to take him down. That return's good for about 14. The Vikings just keep on moving the football down the field. They have scored on 3 consecutive drives, Phil, and it looks like this defense has no answer for them.
No, they don't. They're second-guessing everything they're doing on the defensive side. You know, when you get a defense that reacts instead of attacks, then you know you have their number, and that's what's happening right now. He didn't get many yards that time on that run, but he's had a terrific day. When there's an opportunity to get some yards, he's been there to take advantage of it.
And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the running play on 1st down. Peterson. Still powering ahead. A foot race to the end zone. The 20, the 10, and in for the touchdown.
Anytime you see a long run for a touchdown, what you got to look for is blocking downfield. Nice job by the wide receivers and everybody hustling, making a block, and a long touchdown run.
The Vikings lined up now for the point after. And the point after is good. Peterson's watching now from the sidelines, having picked up over 60 rushing yards on that last drive. And the hands team does its job as the onside kick attempt is thwarted. The Titans offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly. They weren't out there very long.
Well, Jim, you know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy gain and get the momentum on your side and get it rolling.
As you take a look at this defense, take a look, too, at Captain Munnerlyn, who usually draws the other team's best wide receiver.
Captain Munnerlyn, what a name. Man, you got to be a good player with a name like that. That's why you, Jim, you always want us to refer to you as the general. I just refuse to do it. But Munnerlyn, really good defensive back, can cover anybody you want. Well, but it's third and long early in the game. As a quarterback, as an offense, you just be very careful of this situation and just try not to make a big mistake.
The Titans need to get to the 35 to pick up a first. Mariota's back in shotgun formation. Ball's loose. Mariota's there to make the tackle.
Keep two hands on that ball. Quarterback didn't do it, so when he's hit, that football came flying out.
Offense has been the rage here early in this game, and if this defense isn't careful, this game's going to be over in a hurry here, Phil.
Well, I got some ideas for the defense. Don't sit back anymore. Send them on. Blitz. Send everybody. Nobody in the defensive backfield. Play that cover zero and see if the offense can adjust to that.
Second and 13. Adrian Peterson takes the football.
And this will end up as a 2-yard loss.
Look up at that scoreboard. You're leading the football game, so we have a third and long situation. So you've got to know that. Manage the game. Don't take a chance.
Peterson, solo back set.
Third and a long way to go. Looking at every option.
The grab is made by Rudolph.
The offense is back on the field here for this 4th and 5 play.
Adrian Peterson is in the backfield.
Quick drop back.
And he steps out of the field of play. The Titans might have been caught off guard there on that 4th down play.
Well, why? Why would you be caught off guard in a situation like this? You always have to be ready on the defensive side. That time they were not.
First down and 10.
Outside now on the toss. He's taken down at the 23.
That'll be 2nd and 4 after the running play.
They'll run it off the toss. Touchdown! Almost through a quarter, and this one is truly ugly.
Well, it's beautiful on one side. If you're winning the game, you're going, man, this is just exactly what we wanted and what we needed. But on the other side, just a terrible effort, and you got to be ashamed the way you're playing so far.
The Vikings now lining up for the onside kick. Signals made, and the onside kick works to perfection this time. The Vikings approach the line, and they're going with their jumbo package. First down at the 46. They are in the backfield in a hurry and will bring him down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Loss of 4 on the play, and they cross him up with the end around. Now looking at third down. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. The Vikings will set up. The 44 is the first down line. The Vikings snap it at the 36. He'll get it again. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. Peterson solo back Vikings from the 37. Bridgewater's going to scramble. He's wide open for the grab. Taking it all the way home for the touchdown. What in the world has happened here, Phil? Not even finished with the first quarter, and this game is almost out of reach.
It has been a lopsided affair. You've said that many times, and it has been. But you know what? Don't be in total despair because you're losing here. Find a way to make some good plays, and maybe you can get back into this game.
The onside kick is turned away, and the receiving team has it. The Titans offense had a golden opportunity the last time they were on the field. A promising drive that came up empty after they fumbled the football away. Let's see how they reacted it this time.
Yeah, I think they're going to react well to it, Jim. Listen, you know, the bad is, of course, they fumbled. But the good is the plays they made, the feeling they got when they're out there on the field. They had to feel like they were dominant. So just overcome the fact that they fumbled and get down there this time and score.
The Titans come out. 2 tight ends on the field. Handoff. Sankey's tackled down after a gain of 2. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. This is 3rd down. Mariota's going to take the snap from the shotgun. And he's going to be dropped for the sack. That's going to bring up 4th down after just a 3-play series. Closing in on the end of 1. This offense has been a struggle so far. Already down big, and they will give the ball back again.
Well, let's get one of those cliches out there, Jim, which you like to talk about sometimes. And it is, Mama said there would be days like this, but you didn't think it would ever happen to you. Well, it did. All you can do is keep working, trying to get better, and I promise you down the line, you'll start playing a lot better.
The Vikings retake the field on offense, and they are off to a flying start. They came out of the locker room with their foot firmly on the pedal and have not let up.
I'd say they have not let up. They are on fire on the offensive side. And when you got momentum on your side in the NFL, especially on the offense, you've got to keep calling those plays to give your guys chances.
No one's going to get him now. The 20, the 10, in stride, and he's home for the touchdown.
There is nothing like getting a long running play for a touchdown. When you do, you just feel like you're stealing something. It takes good blocks, but most importantly, it takes a talented running back to get it done, and this team definitely has one.
The Vikings now, no doubt, will onside kick it. That kick came right at him, and it looks like the receiving team has recovered. The Titans weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim. You can do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
Oh, that's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses. Well, this early in the game, to watch the opposing offense march down the field and get inside the 20, this keeps the defense, they might be shaking a little, but if they stop them here to a field goal try or worse, that'll get their confidence back. The Vikings defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 13. Sankey's taking the handoff.
The Titans think they're doing a good job this time by running the football on 2nd down. And what do? They lose a couple yards. Now you have 3rd and long. You better be careful in this situation.
On the way, 3rd down. The Vikings lined up in the nickel.
Let's go. Three.
Fights, balls out. This one's going back the other way.
When you're standing in that pocket, there are going to be defenders all around you. Of course, keep two hands on it.
The Vikings offense came out and hit its stride in a hurry. And you got to wonder, Phil, when is this defense going to step up?
They are rolling. There's no doubt about it. Boy, it's fun to watch it. When an offense gets hot in the NFL, it's just fun for everybody, for the fans and even us as...
He's in the clear. The 20, the 10, and he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
To me, still one of the most exciting plays in NFL football. A long-running play for a touchdown. And how about that one? It had it all in its speed. Good moves, good blocks. Exciting touchdown.
The Vikings setting up now, trying to recover an onside kick. The receiving team has the recovery. The Titans offense retaking the field, probably still feeling the sting of their last possession when they were in scoring position only to fumble the football away.
Well, look how hard it is to score in this league. And when you get a chance, when you get down there, what do? You get 4 or 5 babies.
And he's taken down.
You got to learn to make adjustments during the game. And this quarterback's going to have to learn to get rid of the football, getting sacked way too much, too many hits. Get rid of the football faster.
Loss of a couple that time. Getting ready for the start of the second quarter, and Phil Simms, I can tell this is going to be one of those days when you're going to empty the bucket.
Well, Jim, you know, I never have to empty the bucket. I always got plenty to say, so no matter what goes on here, we're going to talk about it. But, see, I'm more optimistic than you. I think this is going to turn out to be a pretty good game. Situations like this, you think you're making the right call. You're going to run the football on second down so you could get in a good situation for third. And no, what happens? You lose a couple yards, and now you're in a tough third and long.
Third and a long way to go. He will not get away. He's taken down for the sack. One thing that's truly evident here is that this has been a defensive unit that's been the aggressors and setting the tempo in this first quarter plus.
Always a good thing for your football team when your defense is out there playing fast and being reckless and being aggressive, and they've done all three so far here in this game.
The offense now will try to take advantage of that big punt return that has them poised to go in for a score.
Patterson's able to show off his talent on that punt return that time. What speed and quickness that allows him to break through some of that coverage and picks up good yards.
Peterson's lined up as the single back. Slashes to the left side. That's a gain of 6. Second down here after that run play.
Let's go.
It's the old Marino play. A fake spike and looking to throw. One-handed grab. The Vikings are leading in this one, and a lot of that goes back to the play of this quarterback, Phil. Bridgewater's on fire.
It's an awesome feeling as a quarterback to be in rhythm, to get people open and have time to throw the football down the field. That's why they're winning, Jim. You said it right. The quarterback is hot. Anytime you see an offense run a reverse, what they're telling the defense, you better play it the right way. That time the defense wasn't. Good call on the offense.
First and 10. Takes it on the counter. He gets into the end zone, capping off the long run. It's It's going to be a long day for one team.
Hard to believe it isn't after a full week of work and all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a football game. And here you are early in the second, and you're losing like this. Man, it's just unacceptable.
Patterson's probably ready to get right back on the field after that last drive. A drive in which he contributed over 40 yards receiving, helping the team score. And the hands team does his job recovering the onside kick. The Titans didn't get much out of that last drive, so now here they come again on offense. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit more of an urgency to the offense this time.
Well, I'll just say this to you, Jim Nance. I sure hope so. After that last drive, that was just too generic, wasn't very well thought out, and they got to change what they're doing on the offensive side.
Got to give that defense a little credit, though, don't you?
Well, yeah, the defense did its job, but that was pretty easy.
Set up now at the 36.
Second down, 3 to go.
Sankey's going to secure the handoff.
The Vikings guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
Loss of 2 on that play. He'll take the snap from the gun. And it's batted down. Early in the second, and the defense comes up with the play, giving the ball back to their offense, looking to add to their already huge lead.
Absolutely. When you have it rolling on both sides of the ball for this team right now, but especially on offense, you don't pull back and start getting conservative. You stay aggressive, you look for big plays, and you try to end this game here in the second quarter. I think it was a risky decision to send him out there and kick this long field goal. They miss it, and look what they've done. They've given the other team's offense very good field position.
Peterson's in the backfield, single back set. First down at the 46. The Vikings have leaned on the ground game to this point, and it's been big for them. Peterson's taking the ball, and he's leading this team on the field right now.
Boy, he sure is. And I give him a lot of credit, but I also say this. The offensive line, anytime you see a running game go this well, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line.
Still not taken down. Peterson's met at the 44.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
Now first and 10. Here's the handoff to Adrian Peterson. And that's a gain of 10.
Peterson's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
First down at the 34. Staying on the ground.
I guess you'd say he's like a quarterback. You can't complete them all. And this running back, he can't make every run spectacular. Nowhere to go, so only gets a couple yards this time.
Peterson, solo back set.
Second down and 9.
Back to it. They'll meet him this time behind the line.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get third and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back. Because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
Taking off.
He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down. Here they come to the line of scrimmage, the 21-yard line.
First and 10. Searching for space to the right.
Bridgewater's brought down after picking up 11 on this play.
Defensive players, they can't wait to hit the quarterback on something like this. Well, there's your chance. And what do? You missed the tackle. Good play by the quarterback.
First and goal from the 10.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
The Vikings come out with a split backfield.
Número 58. Número 58.
No stopping them now. That's a touchdown. This performance has been flawless, partner. It's been men against boys through the first quarter and a half.
You know, every once in a while you get a game like this. It only probably happens for teams once or twice a year where you can see somewhere in the second quarter that you are going to win the football game. Man, it lets you relax. It takes some pressure off, and it just makes for an awesome week ahead.
And a run back of about 3. About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. Sankey lines up as the single back here. The Titans take it from the 43. Handoff made. And that gains 1. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Sankey's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
Mariota's going to take it from the gun. And they're all over him for the sack.
Corners down the NFL, they're asked to do so many things. Stop the run, cover guys in zone, cover them in man-to-man coverage. And how about this blitz that time by the corner? Gets to the quarterback and takes him down for the sack.
The Titans have to get to the 33 for a first. Takes it from the gun. And he's going to be sacked. So, just 3 plays and out for the offense.
When you blitz on third down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why. Because there are less defensive backs back there. The chances of giving up the big play are pretty high. But the rush, they're quick enough. They get there and they sack the QB.
Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. Bridgewater's heading back onto the field now. What a game he's had so far. Making a lot of things happen out there, Phil.
Yeah, he's a good player. We know that. Boy, the offensive coordinator's done a good job highlighting his strengths. And when you do that, you expect success from your quarterback, and that's what they've got.
Picked up a couple that time.
Peterson's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. 2 tight ends on the field here.
Launches it down the field, but they can't connect.
Sometimes when you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up with a few drop passes because when he catches it, he has a chance of going all the way.
Let's go.
3rd down and 8.
And he's going to be dropped. And that's a 3 and out for the offense. The Vikings elect to go for it and bypass the punt on 4th down. The Vikings get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first.
Let's go. 190. 190.
Halfway through the 2nd quarter. The Vikings turn the ball over on downs.
Well, it's 4th and long. You got a big lead. You decide to go for it. I don't understand why you would do it. They try it. It doesn't work, and it's about the only bad thing they've done here all day long.
First down at the 21. Sankey's going to take the handoff now. Rhodes is the one who made the big stop.
Vikings defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
The Titans take it from the 23. Kendrick's all over that offense and brings him down.
Vikings defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line and they tackle the runner for a loss.
The line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line.
The Titans all bunched up here as they get set at the line. Third and forever. And he's going to be dumped. And that's a 3-and-out.
Well, it's a game of chances in the NFL. It's third down. The defensive coordinator said, let's get after this quarterback. He sends the extra guys. He blitzes him, and they get there before the quarterback can react.
The kick, it's through there. The kick is good.
When you get great field position, Jim, you got to take advantage of it. The offense didn't do it. I blame the coach. Those were terrible play calls, but a good kick by the kicker.
Going to be a penalty here.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally you're going to grab the face mask.
Peterson. A rack pose all over the ball carrier. The Vikings come out. Jumbo package on the field. 2nd and 13. Wants to go deep. Leaps up and comes away with it. Marquette down for another reception. Can you believe how vertical he got there?
I can believe it, Jim Nance. I can, because we see it so often. The receivers in the NFL are just unbelievable. We take these catches for granted, but that was a tremendous play.
Bridgewater's on the move. Got a big lane. Barrels ahead. Sensabaugh is there to make the tackle.
He is a good runner with the football, not like most quarterbacks in the National Football League. They design runs for him just to do it as a running back.
First and goal from the 6. Fights through contact. Second down. Stiff arms to stay on his feet. Bridgewater's brought down after picking up only a yard. Third and goal from the 8. Now makes the move to the right. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bridgewater's got his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this game gets more and more out of hand. The second half may just end up being a mere formality.
It could be. You know, you go in at halftime in a game like this when you're really getting manhandled. You got to find a way just to make a few plays to give you hope. If you can do that, look, in this league, you never know.
They won't recover the onside kick. The hands team does his job.
The Titans put some points on the board on their previous possession, but it was just a field goal. They'll be looking to add some more right here.
Yeah, they will. And, listen, when you talk about touchdown drives, you have to kick a field goal. What does that mean? That means you failed on third down. Just not a good play up.
And he's forced to the ground.
You got to make adjustments during the game. I know you thought you could throw the football down the field today, but it's not working. You're getting hit. You're under pressure. Throw some short passes. Get rid of that football.
The Titans have it at the 34. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
When it's third long on the offensive side, you have very few choices on how to pick up a first down. Call one of them and see if you get lucky and see if it works.
The Titans from the 32. He'll throw it over the middle. Incomplete, and this is going to be a 3-and-out. Phil, we talked to the coordinator yesterday. He thought he had a good game plan for this offense, but obviously at halftime it's going to be back to the drawing board.
Jim, I like the thought process they've had out here in the game so far, but the players are just not executing. They're making really simple, silly mistakes. If they stop doing that, I think they can start making some good plays and get down the field and score some. Patterson's such a great athlete. You've got to find ways to get the football to him. Here's another way to get it to him. On a punt return, how explosive is he? Man, that's the answer.
Bridgewater's heading back onto the field now. What a game he's had to this point, making a lot of things happen out there, partner.
Yeah, he's doing a tremendous job. He looks good. The offensive play calling has been smart, but you got to look at the other side too. The defense, very timid, just sitting back, not taking chances. If you keep playing like that on the defensive side, you are going to lose this game. Well, when you get a defensive end that's not watching for the reverse, that's when you want to run that play. And that time, the offense, good time to call it, and good yardage picked up.
Adrian Peterson takes the football.
The Vikings will take a second here to talk things over as they call a timeout on second down. Coming to the line at the 48. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Morgan takes down the quarterback.
That's an awesome job by the outside linebacker. Gets a sack on the quarterback. And nowadays, you've got to do it all if you're an outside linebacker. You've got to be tough against the run, cover receivers down the field, and yes, plays like that get to the quarterback.
Loss of 4 on the play. Cordero Patterson with the catch. The Vikings have tried to lean on the passing attack so far. Patterson's been a favorite of his quarterback, and he's proven why he deserves to be targeted so often today.
You're right. He deserves to be targeted because he is one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. And when he catches it, look out, he can get yards after the catch.
Cordero Patterson with the play. That's reception number 4 for him. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown. My goodness, Bill. Halftime can't get here soon enough as it's blowout city.
It is. I know you can't wait for halftime because you scarfed out food at halftime like you haven't eaten in a week. So we don't want to keep you from that. But this game, oh my gosh, it's been lopsided, hasn't it? And you're right, the team is losing. They can't wait to get to the locker room.
And as hard as they try, they fail to recover the onside kick. The Titans got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3-and-out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you who's going to be more demoralized is the defense because they need to sit on the sidelines and get a little rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now.
Welcome back, and we're coming out of the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 12. And he's thrown to the ground. So they get to the quarterback on that last play. 3rd down coming up. And they sack him on 3rd down. And they force the quick 3-and-out. Nearing the half, and it's hard to know what this team will focus on during the break. That's another big play by the defense, giving the team a chance to increase the lead.
Well, good job by the defense. Another nice stop. Well, let's talk about the team that's getting blown out here. At halftime, they don't have enough time to go over all that's been wrong so far with their football team. Just focus on this. Play hard and hustle.
Patterson's got a chance this time. The return game coming through, and now the offense will try to back that up with its excellent starting field position.
The Vikings love this type of play. Of course, everybody would. When you get a good punt return, that's what you want. And, of course, it helps when you have an explosive punt returner back there.
First down at the 29. Scanning the field. The reception by Patterson. First down at the 18. Bridgewater's on the move. In on the hit, Jason McCourty. It's second down and 3. 6 for the Vikings. That's his second touchdown today. Nearing the half, and this one is a laugher.
Oh, well, yeah, one team's pretty happy about it, but how about on the losing end of it? How would you feel like to be being blown out here right before halftime? It's a terrible feeling, and I don't know if you can regroup in the second half.
The Vikings preparing for the onside kick. And they come up empty on the onside kick attempt. The Titans offense is on the field, hoping to erase the memory of their last drive, which was completely unproductive, a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they can erase this defense. This defense is pretty good. We saw that in the last drive. They got good players, and they're pretty excited, so this is going to be tough on the offense. Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up, and when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
The pass doesn't find a mark. Mercifully, the first half has come to an end. We have a blowout on our hands here today. Larry is coming up with some very one-sided highlights. The second half has officially started, and are we going to see a big-time comeback? The Titans talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
Here's the football marked at the 47.
Let's go.
Mariota's standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. It'll be third down.
Let's go.
Dropping back now into the shotgun. And they sack the quarterback. And that's a quick series, a 3 and out. The offensive utility continues for this team out of the half. Even at this relatively early stage of the game, they are running out of time to get back into the game.
Yeah, they are. We're seeing a trend here, right? And that is the offense is awful. And that's what it is. I don't know what they're going to do to get out of this funk. You know what? The other team is just better than they are here today.
Patterson's brought down after picking up 14 on the play.
The Vikings know there's 3 parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
A lot of things have to go wrong in any game for it to be this one-sided. But you look at the matchup at running back, and it's certainly just one more thing that stands out.
Yeah, when you run the football well, we all know you control the tempo of the game. And also you get in all the situations that favor your offense and your defense. That's why they're blowing the other team out.
Here's the quick toss. And Morgan's able to read that play and make the hit. Peterson, solo back set. Second down and 13. Peterson will get it on the toss.
The Titans guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
Third down now. Double tight end formation. Toss play. Keeps his legs moving. Room to work. On his way.
And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. The Vikings have clearly enjoyed being able to take the air out of the football when needed today. Peterson's dominated on the ground.
There is nothing like dominating a football game physically. They have overwhelmed the defense, and a good job by the offensive coordinator managing this game today.
Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
You don't see a lot of them anymore because we have so many good tackling safeties in the NFL, but not this time. That long run goes for a touchdown. It was about the moves and the blocks down the field. Terrific job by the offense.
And unable to pull off the onside kick, the hands team comes away with the football. The Titans came out today, and it really looked like the running game would be big for them, but it's fallen off a bit. Sankey's had less success as this game's gone on, Phil.
It's hard to physically dominate a team from start to finish in the NFL. The domination was there early, but the defense has risen up, and now they've got to find another way to move this football. Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
The Vikings defense now is going to go nickel. The Titans take it from the 43. They're going to get him here for a sack.
Quarterback was not alert that time. The corner comes on the blitz, gets to the quarterback, and takes him down.
From the gun. And they bring down the quarterback, and it's a 3-and-out for the offense. We're not too far in the third quarter, Phil, but I can't see this defense today yielding a lot of points in the second half. They've been sensational.
No, the defense is doing it all. You are right, Jim. And then, hey, look, they're telling their offense, look, if you guys don't blow it, make some big turnovers, there's no way we're going to lose this game here today.
They'll take it at the 20. This offense using a little bit of a different wrinkle today, partner, as they retake the field here. It's been largely a pass-burst approach through these first three quarters.
Yeah, this offense is different today. You're right. We usually see it's all about the run, but not today. And I think the running back, he's enjoying the fact that it's not him carrying the load.
It's a two-tight end formation. First down at the 20. And here's the toss. Still on his feet. Breaks the tackle.
You got to be big, strong. You got to be tough. And we saw all those qualities that time in that run. Look at the broken tackles.
First down and 10. And now here's the toss. And they are in on Peterson after a gain of about 10. The Vikings from the 37. Toss to the outside. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
How about the blocking up front? Lets the running back get in the secondary, and he is so quick and elusive. He avoids the tackles and takes it all the way for the touchdown.
To the ground. So they give up the touchdown, but they do not allow the two-point play.
Yeah, good job that time by the defense. So quick and so ready for that play. They reacted very fast. That's why they stopped it.
He'll have a chance to take off. Tackles made. And a run back of about 12. The Vikings, what did they tell us in our production meeting this week? Their defense was going to dominate this game. We saw it in the first half, and it continues here on to the second half.
Well, for once, the coaches were right. They said it. They expected their defense to play well, And, you know, it's been better than that. It's been borderline great.
Muscles through the defender. And they take him down.
There's a couple ways to get to the quarterback. Run over the tackle or run around him. It doesn't matter as long as you get the sack.
Let's go.
Out of the gun.
It is truly a bonus when you can take your outside linebacker.
That play is going to be challenged. So now they're going to take a look at the replay and try to determine if the spot of the ball was accurate or not.
When you talk about challenging the spot of a football, it has to be a clear-cut decision for the official. They're not going to move that football 2 inches or 3 inches. It has to be at least a half a yard before they're going to change what they see on the replay.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the coach's challenge backfires. They'll lose the timeout, and they fail to overturn the call on the field.
You know what you do in situations like this? You fire the guy upstairs who told him, throw the flag, coach. Well, what do you got to say now? It was a terrible call, terrible decision, and you lose a timeout.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. We still have more than a quarter to play here, Phil, but this defense shows no signs of wearing down.
I think we're surprised by this, really. We didn't expect them to just dominate all day long, and so far it has been total domination.
Patterson's got it on the return. And he's on the sidelines out of bounds. That return's good for about 35.
Patterson's able to show off his talent on that punt return that time. What speed and quickness that allows him to break through some of that coverage and picks up good yards.
The Vikings have done a whale of a job taking their halftime lead and adding a whole lot more to it here in the third quarter.
And they're just doing everything we saw them do in the first half. Just dominating the pace of play and just being more physical than the defense.
Second down and 12. Flip to the outside. He's into the open. And they score again here to pad
the lead. Anytime you see a long run for a touchdown, what you got to look for is blocking downfield. Nice job by the wide receivers and everybody hustling, making a block and a long touchdown run.
The Vikings in position. They're going to go with the onside kick. And the hands team does its job as the onside kick attempt is thwarted. The Titans offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3 and out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3 and out again, you know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the field. You put this back out there already, so it's important to get a drive, give your defense a little rest.
It's Sankey in the backfield. 2nd and 2. Sankey, the ball is jarred loose.
Nice job by the offense that time, even though they fumbled the football, quick enough and smart enough to get on it right away.
They recovered the fumble, but now face 3rd and 3 here. The Titans will set up. The 44 is the first down line. And he's going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense. Phil, this team has been menaced all game long on 3rd down. They cannot figure out a way to pick up a first.
Well, listen, I can't figure out what menaced means. I got to start bringing a dictionary with me to the games I'm doing with you. You throw out all these big words, but if you mean they've been bad, then I agree.
Peterson's going to look for space now. Gains 17.
What a lucky play that time by the return team. They fumble the football. Nobody's hustling, but somehow they find a way to recover their own fumble.
The Vikings were on fire in the first half, and they are committed, it's obvious, to playing inspired football for 4 quarters, partner.
They're playing inspired football, but, man, I don't know. Listen, this defense has been awful. So it's a combination of both, but this defense has got to find a way to pick it up.
They bring in the extra tight end. First down at the 17. He's got a little bit of daylight here.
This is an awesome job by the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the offense. Just keep picking up those first downs. You got a big lead here in the second half. Keep that clock running.
The Vikings will take the snap from the 35. And it's McCourty who makes the tackle. 2nd and 10. Tosses the football. Running room. The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this first down here in the second half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it.
Has the reception all alone. All the way home and all alone. Touchdown. A little more salt in the wound with that touchdown, and we've still got one more quarter to play.
Hey, look, this is professional football. Don't look for them just to slow down because they're nice guys on the other side. They're going to play hard, so you better make your mind up to get out there and play hard, or you're just going to continue to get embarrassed.
The Vikings will line up here for the onside kick. The onside kick is turned away, and the receiving team has it. The Titans offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time. Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
It's Sankey in the backfield. And there's Wright. Wright met after a gain of 3.
When you run that drag route across the field, it is not as easy as it looks. You're running fast. You have to catch the football right in stride, and you cannot see what's in front of you.
Get ready.
3rd and 8. McCluster, the receiver. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Good job by the defense. Staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle. And now we have 4th down coming up.
They have just flipped field position thanks to that punt.